can you describe this vibe, excitement going into, against Bills?
The same as last week. I feel like our guys just locked in. Playoff atmosphere is pretty much serious around the building.
Our Baltimore Ravens are gearing up to take on the Buffalo Bills this weekend in the Divisional Round. And as they are preparing for the game, I am fully embracing a broad spectrum of emotions over here, from extreme elation and joy, happy that our team did what it needed to do in order to be in this position where they can even contend for a Super Bowl title, to feeling excited, anxious, nervous, ready for the game to come finally, but it's not here yet. And so guess what? I have to wait. And in the waiting, what do? I think. And one thing that came to mind is, what does Lamar Jackson need to do against Josh Allen and the Bills? I thought about it. And in response to that, one thing that came to memory, recent memory even, is how does Lamar Jackson play from behind? What is his mindset when we are down a score or two? There have been several instances that I can recall where even in those big moments, or those moments where he needed to kind of pull himself up by the bootstraps, he would get into his own head a bit and get in his own way. And that's not something that he's going to be able to do this game. Now, while I would love to see Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens get a lead early and not have to even think about playing from behind, let's go ahead and put our foot on the gas from early on, score early, often, and never look back. That's the dream, right? But what happens if it doesn't go as planned? And what happens if we find ourselves in an early deficit, down by a score or two? That's where I think this year is different for Lamar, because I think he knows what he needs to do against these Buffalo Bills. And not just the Bills, any other team that we're facing as we #chase the Lombardi this year. It is very important that Lamar remember who he is, what he can do, and that he has unequivocally earned a seat at this playoff table. To me, there's no need to get into a passing yards competition with Josh Allen. We already know that Lamar is an elite passer. He's demonstrated that with over 4,000 passing yards this season with extreme accuracy. And so should the Ravens find themselves in a deficit, Lamar has to remain calm and collected under pressure. Now, I know that's easier said than done, because in a moment like this, on such a huge stage, I'm sure it's tough. The pressure's on. All eyes are on you. But I believe that this year will be different for Lamar for a couple of reasons. First, he's older. He's more seasoned. He has more experience. And, my mom always says experience is the best teacher. He carries with him the sting of previous losses. He was even asked about it at one of the press conferences, where he was questioned about, does he still recall that loss to the Bills a few years back? And he's like, of course I do. He remembers it.
Lamar, I know you obviously beat these guys earlier this year, and it's been a few years since you played them in the playoffs, but does that last playoff game matter to you? Do you think about that?
Yeah, that's all I'm going to say about that, though.
But even more recently than that, last year at the AFC Championship, that's still with him. It's still with a lot of our guys who are on this team who were here with us last year. And so you take that loss, you take that sting, that hurt, and it propels you into your next moment of greatness. And for Lamar, that moment is now. He's going to get it done. He's going to be able to do it. He's going to remain calm under pressure. He's not going to get in his own way, as sometimes he has in the past. Even admittedly, he said, I get antsy during these games. But now he's more relaxed. He's more calm. He's playing his brand of football, and he's recognizing that, hey, the way I play ball is more than enough, and he's having fun doing it. So I fully expect to see a rejuvenated, recharged, revived Lamar Jackson on that field tomorrow taking on the Bills, I expect nothing less, because through this last season, I've seen a maturation in him. I've seen a development of a more vocal leader, and that's what he's going to need to be against the Bills. If for some reason there's a piece of the puzzle on offense that's not clicking, that's not gelling, he's going to speak up. Whereas maybe before he was kind of timid or didn't really want to ruffle feathers and he didn't really vocalize his opinions. That level of leadership, as well as being able to remain calm under pressure, especially if we find ourselves in a deficit, that's what's going to be required for Lamar to lead this team to victory. And I believe this year he's going to be able to do it. Whether we find ourselves in a situation where we score early and often we don't take our foot off the gas and it's just smooth sailing, coasting, which would be great. And I'm hoping that that's the outcome. Or if it's a situation where we have to play from behind, I think either way, Lamar is poised to get the job done, because the difference maker starts right here. And his mindset is there. His mindset is ready. And he knows what it's like to go all the way to the AFC Championship and just miss it. He's not going to let that happen again this year. Now, I know that football is a team sport, and it's not all about a quarterback or one particular player. But this video just so happens to highlight the improvement that I've seen in Lamar in recent years, but mainly this season. He's going to be measured. He's going to be methodical. He's going to be accurate. And that's what I need to see from him. And he's also not going to allow any type of distraction to get into his head to get him off his game. And along with that, someone else needs to have that same mindset. Starts with John Harbaugh. Because sometimes we've seen where when the team is down and they're trying to claw their way back into a game, John Harbaugh seems to kind of all but spaz in those big moments. So again, it's not just Lamar needs to do this, but this starts from the head of the organization in terms of the coaching all the way down to the players. Leave a comment down below and let me know if you have seen an improvement in Lamar's ability to remain calm under pressure and get the job done. Because to me, football is just as much a mental game as it is a physical one. Also, leave a comment down below and let me know if you think the Ravens are ready to put it all together and come out with a victory tomorrow night against the Bills. I look forward to hearing from you. All right, family, that is all for today. Thank you for watching. I will see you back very soon. And by soon, I mean tomorrow night, where Hendo and I will be back here to live stream the game play by play and give our instant reaction. So we hope to see you then. Until then, you take care, stay safe, and always remember, go Ravens. And I'll see you on the other side of victory. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and head over and watch one of my last videos.